Then is it even a PC?
No, it's just. I mean, it is. It's a Zephyrus Duo from
That was a joke.
Asus, but it's just like it's a laptop that doesn't have a webcam like integrated, which is
No,
slightly
it sounds
surprising.
like a nerd laptop, so it's definitely not going to get a webcam. They're going to be like, we know we're selling this too.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. It's not like I need a webcam.
Fucking nerd.
Nerd.
Alright, almost ready here. I'm just organizing my notes. Made a lot of notes today.
Nope, number 23.
And I got a copy of the book up.
Kill Hawk.
Be like, guys, I'm done.
Dang.
Can y'all still hear me,
Somewhere-
or am I
Yes,
like
we can
robotic?
still hear you.
No, you're
We can
good.
hear you.
Yep, sounds good.
Somewhere in X's notes for our previous game was 100%. I've got to take out the enemy commander somehow.
Take out the enemy commander somehow? What do you mean?
Oh no, when Hawk was in charge of everyone, in charge like several squads and everything like that.
Oh, at the end of the Diesel Punk
Yeah,
game?
gotta kill him.
I'm pretty sure his notes were just, I gotta kill somebody.
Somebody has to die. There has to be a cost.
Shoot bad guys. Take ship. Question marks?
Look,
Profit.
you guys know how I roll because I roll in front of you, and it's like dog shit. Usually.
We know. We know.
If that doesn't happen this game, I'm sorry, but it's the way
No,
it
no,
works.
it's fine. I'm ready to die.
Hell yeah. Sometimes you
this-
don't make it to level
You
2.
you rolled crap unless it's on like a very sensitive moment, and then it's like, oh cool, yeah, that frag grenade landed directly on Kobe. He's dead. He literally caught it in his mouth.
With
Thought
you
we were playing
sometime.
fetch again.
Not even PC.
That he was important to the PCs. Sometimes that's all that matters.
Alright, so I assume quick recap. Basically, I think everyone's heading downtown, although Dante and I are going down to a different area downtown, or for a different reason.
Yeah. So if you guys want, for your own benefit, you can recap anything important, but I think that we're all pretty much on the same page, unless somebody got a little hazy and wants to do a recap. Want somebody else to do a recap.
All I know is
For the
Sid,
viewers at home.
Sid was gonna go rescue somebody, right? Gabriella Cross or whatever. Gabriella.
My
Gabrielle?
friend who's
Yes,
on
Gabrielle
that
Cross.
recorder has been abducted by the police.
And everybody left him to die. Idiot.
So I still haven't been able to pick my.
Pick your what? You cut
Give me
up.
some time. Tabletop stem is still loading.
Okay.
This is terrible.
I love hotel internet.
Oh Jesus, you're on hotel internet?
Yeah.
I've never even seen that icon.
Same.
It's like one bar Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm on the.
Damn, you should try using your phone as a hotspot.
At this point, you might have to.
729. Ouch.
How can hotels get away with having just like crap internet like this? Like, I don't know. Seems wild.
They could
Capitalism, my
charge you
friend.
more.
Yeah, I was like, it could be like in Vegas where they straight up are just like, there is no Wi-Fi in your hotel room at all. And if you want it, it's $30 a day per device. Because fuck you.
Capitalism. Hell yeah.
We want you to be spending your money and gambling it out on the floor You're not gambling if you're hanging out in your room on the fucking Wi-Fi.
Hey,
And
look,
you sure
we
as hell
don't
ain't
make
calling your prostitutes if you're hanging out up there.
all of this money if we actually spend it on fucking infrastructure. So lap it up, swine. All you get is shit. Back to your wage slavery. Let's go.
Get back in your money bracket.
You want a working power grid, Hawk? Fuck off. That cuts into our fucking overhead.
No joke, dude.
You want to be on the national side? No. You like rugged individualism.
I like
People
rugged
in
individuals.
Texas don't want to be part of the national system.
It hurts. It hurts my soul.
It hurts Hawk's soul more.
It's so that when we can leave this union, we're ready to go.
Well, given all
Yeah,
of the
when is
extra,
that gonna be?
soon I hope.
As soon as Biden takes my gun.
But he's coming for him. He's gonna get him. Unlike Obama and Clinton and Carter and like none of them. Gotcha.
No one cares about.
But he's gonna get him this time.
They've been working on it. The
Oh,
Black Lives
Sid just
Matter
joined the
movement.
color purple.
Tell you want guns. What is it? It was like you want guns removed. Just give every black man a gun in the United States. Watch how fast they figure that shit
Straight
out.
up, dude. I mean, that's how we got the assault weapons ban in the first place. Was the Black Panthers started arming up? And they were like, "Well, wait, that's not what we meant." The first time we got gun reform was
Second
because of the
Amendment's
fucking
not
Black
for
Panthers.
You.
Yeah. Whoa. These rights don't apply to you. Fuck off.
Get out of here.
Damn, I think Sid is lag switching here. Like, he's trying to get a competitive advantage by pulling his fucking.
He's ping abusing, man. He's ping abusing.
That's right.
I see him doing it. He's gonna peek the corner on me, and I'm not gonna see anything, and I'm just gonna die.
There's Dante's idea of Nirvana right there.
He's almost done loading, so once he finishes loading, he'll probably somewhat stabilize out.
Fucking net code. What even is it?
My God. Oh wow, that's
That's amazing. God, I wish that was true. I'm pulling for you, Sid. You can do it.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty good.
You got a gun here? No, I ain't got a. Hold on, let me get you. You're gonna need one.
Now that's how you serve and protect the community.
Fucking amazing.
I was speeding through this mode too.
That's how you serve and protect the community.
Damn, maybe next session, if this shit is still going on, I'm gonna have to like start the lobby like an hour in advance.
Let Sid get that jump start. What is thing to? Holy moly! Got a 40% packet loss. 2,000 ping. Plus or minus 900.
I guess
He's
the
not gonna
question-
be like in the hotel going forward, right?
I don't think so. I guess for business. We'll travel.
Would it be? I mean, I don't know if
He's
it's
gonna be home
make a
Friday.
difference, but do we need to be in tabletop sim, or could we just go with Roll 20?
I guess we don't need to do tabletop sim. I guess we could just do Roll20 for tonight. I won't have anything to. Let me look at what I might be missing. It'll be more of a pain in the ass for me to show you pictures. I'll have to do it in Discord.
I can stream it if he can get his stream to work on his laptop.
Well, it's more so about minimizing
that's
the
gonna
bandwidth
drag.
required for.
Right. If
Rebel,
he's just
yeah.
running audio, then that's probably better. he can probably keep Roll20 up, and do audio more than running this
No, that's what I'm
and
saying.
that.
That's what I'm
So I
saying.
still- am I
Can you
sounding
watch
like a
Twitch
robot?
stream?
No.
Can
No,
you
you
watch a
sound
Twitch
alright.
stream without sounding like a robot?
He's
So that
slowly
way he can see the
stabilizing out right
pictures.
now.
Or hell, I can just Gyazo half
Yeah.
the picture. So I can
Every now and then I
screenshot.
hear every other word.
Well, he can still get them in Discord,
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I'm assuming he's almost finished with the download because I'm watching his packet loss and it is slowly decreasing from like 45. He's at now 26%. So
He sounds fine. Over on my end, it says
Yeah,
73%.
if I need to open up just Roll20, do it through Roll20. Let me take a screenshot of my character sheet in here, and I'll just open up that.
You don't
Oh,
have
you're
your
not
character
using
sheet
your-
in
you're not-
Roll20?
You're not using Roll20 as your primary for your character sheet. You're doing it wrong.
always
Yeah.
on standby.
That's definitely some Marine level shit right there.
Oh, good. Let's
So,
also
well,
judge him on top of everything else.
Changes.
Direct idiot.
God damn.
I think we talked about this. It's like why most of us are using Roll20 as the primary for
Specifically
character
just
sheet.
as a backup.
Roll20
Yeah.
actually saved me. I didn't have 2 stat points apparently allocated in tabletop. So my character is actually weaker than what he was supposed to be. And Roll20 is like, hey, you still have stat points remaining. I was like, no, I don't. I was like, oh, yeah, I do. Oh no.
Hey, if you want to get started, I'm separated from the group because I wanted to start walking toward.
Yeah, you broke up, but I think you wanted to walk towards the protest.
Yeah, well, no, towards the police precinct. I was gonna park kind of in front of it while everybody else wanted to head to the protest.
Okay, well, the protest is at the police precinct.
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolute dork.
but you,
Yeah. I'm not gonna start with you at the
Percent.
moment. Anyway, so let's see if you're at 92% on my screen right now. So let's see what happens when you fully load in. You might be fine after that. If not, we'll just go to Roll20. I just like all of the little widgets in here for keeping track of shit. It's so much easier than trying to keep track of it in Roll20.
He's pretty
Sure.
drastically catching back up.
Yeah, I can see his ping dropping.
I'm
I think the
sorry
pro-
that we're starting late.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Thanks,
It's
Sid.
not too late. You're just gonna have to fight Hawk to the death in real life.
Oh, well then I'm good.
Hawk gets to use a gun
I'm
doing
good.
and a bear trap.
I'm getting better.
All right, and a bear.
Yeah. And now I'm in like perfect. I have the high ground.
Oh no.
Now, if Hawk were to get a girlfriend, then I might be screwed. I know that's not going to
Oh.
happen.
Well, just wait.
Ooh.
I'll send you a picture of a pretty girl I pick up in Galveston this coming weekend.
I
You
thought,
know,
I thought
not with
Mike
them
was already
crooked
setting
ass,
himself up with like pretty
ginger
girls in
ass
Galveston.
looking, short hair having,
How many teeth do you think
Christian
she's missing?
face motherfucking.
2 in her mouth and
Face.
1 in her pocket.
No.
That's pretty good.
No, he actually doesn't have any considerable packet loss. That's solid.
Yeah, he's sitting
I'm
at
at
95%
95%.
loaded. But it's just stuck there now. I think what happened is that he didn't have the mod on his tabletop on the laptop, and so he had to download the whole thing to start out with.
207 objects.
Yeah.
It's busy.
But I'm at 197 of 207.
Okay, cool. You should be done in a second. So anyways, I'm going to start with, let's see. Let's start out with Complex and Dez.
Yo.
All right. So last session, you guys were heading down to an apartment complex where your ex-fling,
Astrid.
That's right. Sorry, I'm going through all my list of shit. Astrid Hennitz, the drug dealer, lived, or I should say, she lived. Excuse me. That's where her connect Shorty lived. She came to you guys freaking out, knocking on your door, and you have decided to go down and check in on her connect. She has described a horror scene awaiting for you at the apartment. And like the good civic citizens that you are, you guys decided to go check it out, just the two of you.
And potentially roll the place. You know.
I mean, that's always part of it, too.
We're good, upstanding citizens.
Yep. You guys take the metro, and as you guys are on the metro, you can see a bunch of people, like, heading to, like, the kind of downtown district. You see some of them have, like, Sharpies and signs, like wooden stakes for, like, attaching signs to and all that stuff. There are people, like, there's probably a man in his mid-20s, like, writing something on the signs. They seem to be heading down towards, actually, I don't know if anybody's mentioned the protest to you guys yet.
No, that's what I was about to say. Like, what's being written on the signs? Like,
you see a thing that says, Free Erica Goodwin. You see other signs that are kind of talking about, like, the censoring of journalists and just kind of drawing a conclusion from the clatter you hear on the bus on the way to downtown. It sounds like the police have nabbed a local journalist, although they all seem to be in the know, and you don't know why. But they're going down there to try and help a journalist out. You can see that there are a couple of people that are on the bus. Let's see here. Still not fully loaded. You can see that there are a couple of people in the bus. I'm going to drop this image in Discord so that he can see it, Sid can see it when he gets a chance. All right, you see these two guys on the bus. They are kitted up pretty much similar to what they are wearing in these images. And without even having to roll, Desmond, you recognize them as members of a gang called Panzer Division. Panzer Division was once a San Pedro white supremacist gang who essentially were run out of San Pedro and took up residence in Long Beach like a couple of years ago.
Are they, so I'm gonna start looking and see if there's anybody else that I recognize as being, or where's the trappings of Panzer Division on the train car that we're in.
Those seem to be the only two.
so
What's up?
my question is, are they still a white supremacist group, or have they like shifted over the years?
They're never a white supremacist group when you ask them. That's how it always is.
They're those guys. Okay, I understand now. All right, you know what? Conflict is just kind of sticking to himself.
It depends on who you ask. You know, it's like there are some people who are like not comfortable saying it, and then there are people that have fucking like Heil Hitler 1488 on their fucking forehead. You know, what is that?
Sid massively hype miking something in the background.
Sid's over there like building a fucking antenna.
You might be right.
Thought you were an engineer. Get to it.
No, I'm a history professor.
Oh.
Your mother would be ashamed.
Well, dang. At any rate, they're just kind of like talking. They seem to be in a generally good mood, though you can see that the smaller of the two seems to be probably on something. He looks a little bit glassy in the eyes. Around you on the bus, also there are like various, like what looks like unattended children. You're not sure where the fuck they're going. They might even be the bus driver's kids. You're not really sure. But you guys basically quietly keep to yourselves, and eventually you are dumped off in a neighborhood in South Los Angeles along the border of 7th Street. Down the block, you can see the tenement building where Shorty lived, according to the directions that Astrid gave you. You can see it looming 9 stories in the distance. A little bit taller than a lot of the other stuff, but for downtown, there are still some larger buildings as well. But pretty large for a tenement building.
Let's see. We need to be probably taking like not the most direct route, so I don't want anybody that might be watching to try
You
and
see the
catch
Panzers
us.
get off the bus at the same stop as you. They look at you, and you see one of them looks at you and points his chin at you, giving you that nod, you know. And he starts walking to you. Let's see, probably northwest, away from the tenement building.
Okay, yeah, that's the clarity I need. Is it away or
you
toward?
said that he gestures with chin. Who is he gesturing towards?
To you, Desmond. You know everybody, and everybody knows you.
So
he probably recognizes you as one of the Padres guys.
Gotcha.
It's not uncommon for people you don't know to know you.
For sure. Yeah. So I give. Yeah, I'll go talk to the guy.
He's already walking. He's already walking away from you. He was just basically giving you a nod. I see you.
Like a hey, like I know you.
Yeah,
okay.
like hey, I see you.
I thought it was approaching. Gotcha.
Like if you know the gesture pointing your chin at somebody, if you like do that, you'll see the gesture that I'm talking about, where you just like tug up on your head.
Yeah.
That's the nod, man, in the hood.
Yeah.
Right, no,
like,
I thought it was like a hey, like I want to talk to you kind of thing, but no. So I'll just give him the same like nod back and then go about my business.
Okay. Yeah, he's heading away from you with his other friend.
All right,
Astrid?
yeah, and I want to cut down like an.
I thought you
alley.
told me that you were going to have Astrid stay at your apartment for safety. Pretty sure that's how you guys left it.
I don't think I left her in an apartment.
If not, she can be with you. That doesn't interfere.
No,
with
yeah, I was having her come with us. I would. No.
Well, she doesn't particularly want to go back there. So, she seems like she's like.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll tell her to go home. If she didn't do anything, like she didn't take anything, and she's sure she's fine. Otherwise, I'll just tell her to go home.
Okay. She reaches around in her pockets before you guys leave. This is a scene that you guys have before she starts heading home. And she looks for her, assumably looking for her agent. And a moment later, she goes, "Fuck!"
No.
She says, "Where the fuck is my agent?"
It's right here. I give it back to her.
Oh, Jesus. She takes the agent and says, I'll see you a little bit later.
I'll call you.
Thanks, Complex. Anyways, back on the street, you guys make your way towards the tenement building. Your agents both, in unison, chime as there is a local weather warning. It says that later this evening, industrial acid waste is expected to rain down over the Torrance area, and that the nanite clouds are in a basically a yellow alert, which is dust masks are advised this evening. This would be kind of like similar to what kind of masks that construction workers use, but like rebreathers basically, or not like rebreathers, but just general masks. It wouldn't be like the N95 or anything like that. Although if you had an N95 or the equivalent thereof, you'd be better off.
All right, let's get indoors.
What time is it? The weather alert is for what time?
No, I mean,
time
like,
is it now?
let's get inside the building.
I know what you're saying, but what time is it now? Like how
Right
much
now
time
it's
do we have?
twilight for you guys. You guys are actually a little bit ahead of time for where everybody else is at.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let's start moving to get inside the tenement area, and then.
The acid rain alert also is for Torrance, which is to the northwest of you guys. But it's like a general call out, letting anybody who might be going into those areas to be advised.
We're not Torrance.
Right. In fact, for clarity, let me bring up Torrance.
Yeah, that's one
All right,
of the
so over here.
Asian suburbs.
Yeah, here is Long Beach, and then over here is Torrance.
And essentially all of us are down here by Long Beach area.
Yeah,
right
you
now,
guys are all down here.
roughly within a couple miles of each other right now, or less than that, probably.
Yeah, you guys are pretty close for the most part. That said, you guys make your way the couple blocks over to the building. You see the generally the usual nightlife around in Long Beach. Bunch of people walking around, various states. Nobody looks rich. In fact, everybody here looks crushingly poor. This is a pretty bad area.
Looking around, I'm gonna set my perception for the scene so that I can keep an eye on if someone's trying to follow us.
Okay. You see a crow who is standing on a street corner under a street light as you guys are walking past, babbling something about an angel for the crows.
Oh, okay.
She kind of seems completely lost. They're kind of creepy, this lot. You guys make your way past her and eventually find yourself in front of the...
16, by the way.
16 on what? Oh,
Perception.
setting your perception?
It's
Gotcha.
4 plus the 12.
Okay. You both set your perception, or...?
Yeah, so I'm gonna add my, for my combat awareness, I'm gonna add my points to perception, and then I'm gonna make a roll.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, keep going, because I gotta go grab the book and open it.
All right, cool. Oh, there's also an app that I linked a while ago. I might be able to find it again, but...
Oh, that will tell us all the...
The guy has been actually working on it. It's a good place to store your character if you wanted to, offline. And it has, like, the stat distribution for your combat skills if you're solo.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I'll probably share it to you guys after the session, so... Anyways, you are standing in front of what looks like a central, like, square. The 9-story tenement building kind of, like, forms a horseshoe around, like, what looks like an area that is used to probably had grass and trees as a living space, and now it's all basically dead. It's hard to maintain any kind of, like, shrubbery or trees or anything in this climate these days without copious amounts of water, which is just not realistic in this time. Long time ago, they used to be able to do that, and the desert was green in California, no longer. At any rate, you can see various people like about the area, like on balconies doing things like women hanging like clothing, a toddler hanging from one of the fucking from one of the balconies unattended, you know. There seems to be a commotion over that going on. You can see what looks like a Korean-style barbecue kiosk at the bottom. Not kiosk, but like a food cart, not even a truck. And next to it is a proprietor sitting under a small like light that kind of lights the area around. You know that Shorty lives on the 4th floor of the tenement building, and you know which unit he lives in.
Okay, yep, so we head up over there.
Okay. You walk into the main, like, I guess you'd call it the lobby. It's the main entrance where you would go to the different, like, wings of the horseshoe. Inside, behind a robotic, or excuse me, not robotic, but a, like, holographic, shitty, like, 1970s, like, management butler, or, gosh, what would even be the word? Not concierge, but,
Yeah, like a bellhop almost, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, just an AI personality that is meant to be like the apartment managers. You tell them about like rent situations or
Landlord.
file like yeah, something like that. I don't know why I can't think of the fucking word, but that's what happens. Let's move on. You walk in and you can see the hologram pop to life, and it says, "Greeting to the Cactus Suites. How can I help you?" It glitches.
We don't even need to talk to it, right? Like we can just
No,
go and hit.
you know where you're going.
Yeah. I just go right past it.
Yeah.
Go to the
same.
elevator.
Okay. You see that there are some like old style like fluorescent lights that are like kind of flickering in the main hallway, and there is like some sort of fluid on the floor in the first on the first floor as you walk towards the stairs in the elevator. As you get to the elevator, you can see the elevator dings and opens up, and inside you see a man in a fairly nice white suit start walking into the or out of the elevator and into the hallway and start like heading out. Doesn't seem to pay you any mind.
Okay. And you said he's in a white suit?
Yep.
This guy? Okay.
Kind of out of place for the area.
Gotcha. Alright, but I just like make a mental note of it.
Okay. As you're like kind of making a mental note and looking at him, he looks Japanese. His hair is he seems well groomed. He doesn't seem to pay you any attention, just walks
Okay.
past.
Any affectations, like is he pins, cufflinks?
He's got a gold bracelet, and you can see a tattoo like running up the side of his neck. Or
Okay.
just over the collar.
Alright, and taller or shorter than me?
This guy, how tall are you?
I'm about 6 foot.
About 6 foot? Okay. He looks to be about 5'9", 5'10", you'd guess?
Okay, so a little bit shorter than me, not that much. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, and I just make a mental note of all of that, and then step into the elevator.
Okay.
Because it's not like I have a huge amount of time to like look him up and down and be like, okay, commit to memory, all these things.
Right. You and Complex step into the elevator. One of you presses the button for the 4th floor, and the lift begins to rise.
When the door closes, I pull my gun out of my out of my jacket.
Okay.
Look back at him and go, "Put your gun away, man."
Hey man, you never know what's gonna happen.
Dude, what do you think this is, a video game?
I turn and I just like squint at you like, do you not understand how this works? Like, do you not know where we are?
Yeah! We're in the hood. This is normal.
You got a gun? No,
I got a
I'm
gun.
gonna get you one.
I have my gun with me. I'm just not pulling it out and flashing it in the middle of a hallway. Chill out, man. This kid's
I
up here.
didn't say I'm flashing it. I just said I pulled it out of my jacket, and we're on the elevator with the door closed.
Door's gonna open. There's gonna be some like little 5-year-old with a lollipop in his mouth. And he's just gonna see this fucking brolic ass dude with a gun.
I mean, I guarantee you that kid, that will not be the first time he's ever seen a gun.
He's gonna be like, "Oh no, it's Tuesday. I'm gonna go inside."
Yes, you know what's up, kid. Yep.
The elevator dings and the lift stops, and the doors open, and inside you can see what looks like a bunch of people like crowded around an open doorway. Some people are going in and out, and you can see other people peeking down the halls from their doorways towards the hallway with the crowd around it.
Is it?
I'm betting
does
that's
it
our
look
fucking
like
place.
Yeah, does it look like it's like a police presence, or is it just a bunch
No,
of?
it's the tenants.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I go towards the crowd of people. I assume it's towards Shorty's apartment.
As you look at the numbers on the walls or on the doors as you're walking past, you can see that indeed the numbers are narrowing towards the number of Shorty's apartment. People see you in the hall, and immediately, like, if they're in their doorways, like, they kind of, like, shrink back more into their doorways. Some of them keep watching. Some of them close their doors completely. People at the crowd by Shorty's apartment make notice of you and start walking the other way. Looks like the crowd has just now assembled there.
All right. Yeah. So we go up to the door, and I want to look in. Like, what is
there any
everyone gawking
CCTV
at?
around here?
Let's see on your
16.
16 for the scene. There looks to be CCTV, but it doesn't have a red light running at all.
No, I mean it's not working. But okay, I'm guessing that it's just in disrepair and they don't care about this floor or people here.
Or if
All
you're
right.
someone like Shorty, you'd intentionally disable it.
Probably.
It's possible. Either way, as you guys walk up to the door and the other inhabitants notice you guys, they scatter like cockroaches. You see one guy go running past you with what looks like clothing, of all things, and not wanting to relinquish his haul, he clutches it like a raccoon in both of his hands to his body and like tries to like football jump past you as you guys are in the doorway.
I don't
Clearly,
stop
the
it.
residents are picking the
Yeah.
place clean.
Don't stop him. Just like
Yeah, I mean they're doing exactly what they're basically doing exactly what we came to do. So go nuts.
I was here looking for anything that might be of interest. Mainly, why would
Yeah.
someone come here and kill Shorty of all people?
Well, right, they're not coming here to kill him to steal his clothes, right? Like that's yeah. So I look in the apartment, or we go up to the door of the apartment. I want to check it. Does it look like somebody broke open the door, or that?
Oh
they just
yeah, the doorway
opened it?
has been smashed open.
The whole
Whatever
door.
happened here, yeah. Like the door is off the hinges. It's in like 2 or 3
Oh.
pieces, like inside the house or inside the apartment.
Okay,
Inside
so
is a
big
shitty
guy.
little, 1 bedroom, or actually I should say, yeah, I guess it would be a 1 bedroom apartment. It's not a studio.
Okay.
And immediately you recognize that the entire area is completely fucking thrashed.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I go into the room or go into the apartment and I start looking around. I want to go. I want to go back into the into the bedroom.
Okay. You walk in and you can see like a nightstand, actually the whole way you're going, you're like you step over like the coffee table, which has some substances that look like drugs on it, possibly. Looks like the residents have picked a lot of the like substance, apart, but there's like
Sure.
dust from like meth on the counter and stuff. You've seen shit like this, like fucking there's some
Traces
weed.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff like that, like strewn about the area. The carpets or not the carpets, the drapes are like ripped off the wall. But moreover than anything, as you get to the kitchen area, you can see that there is blood that literally looks like someone took like a mop full of blood and started smearing it all around the kitchen.
She was not kidding when she said smeared across
There
the
is
apartment.
blood on the ceiling, like almost like this was the purpose.
Okay.
It's
so
incredibly thorough and violent.
So we're dealing with so whoever did this has got to be somebody who's probably sived out. Like there's nobody who could just beat the shit out of this door, break it into splinters, and then throw a guy into the ceiling and cause this much blood and trauma, right?
Yeah, and there's body parts. You don't
No, I
even
was
care
about
to like
say, that's
categorize them.
Shorty's body.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
you-
what I'm saying. Is like this.
You don't
isn't-
even care to categorize them.
Right. This isn't like some dude with like a normal drug deal gone wrong. Like this isn't that.
I would like to
Okay.
attempt to step carefully around the blood smears as not to fuck up my kicks.
Ah,
Good call.
Good for you. Yeah.
You guys look around the apartment, and yeah, you see blood all over the place. Desmond, as you step into the bedroom, you see what looks like the part of an arm that is sticking out of the wall, possibly like it was thrown here like a spear. The hand sticking out, just kind of limp.
Ouch.
Also in the room, there is a mattress that was ripped to shit. There is a nightstand where all of the desks have been pulled out or I should say, all the drawers have been pulled out and like emptied and rifled through. There's broken glass all over the carpet. The doors have been ripped off of the closet. Inside, you can see what looks like a bunch of like hangers hanging.
With all the clothes ripped off of them.
Yeah, well, I
Basically,
mean, somebody ran out the door with clothes also,
Right.
so that might not have been part of the whole altercation.
The bathroom. Is the bathroom connected to the bedroom, or is it out in the main?
The bathroom in this place is connected to both. There's a door going
Okay.
to either.
Gotcha. Okay, so I want to check the door to the bathroom and go in there.
Okay.
Like at
opening
this point,
the
I'm
bathroom.
just trying to make sure that the room is clear and there's not like some fucking scared crackhead that's like hanging out somewhere that we're gonna startle them and they're gonna try and stab one of us or something.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I open
Yeah,
the
you step
door
in,
to
and
the
it
bathroom,
doesn't look
yeah.
like there's anybody hiding in the bathroom or anything like that. But you do notice that Shorty's head is like basically in the toilet. The medicine cabinet is smashed and all over the place. There are pills on the floor. It looks like somebody might have come in here and like grabbed what they could, anyways. But there's still like loose pills on the floor and whatnot.
Okay. I'm gonna look around for something to grab, because I don't want to just be bear grabbing this dude's head. But basically, what I want to check is see if he's got any, like, is the neuraware processor like still connected to his head?
I want to check if he's alive.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
like not. Yeah, I want to check like the neural processor. I want to check and see if he's got a chipware socket, if he's got any chips in there, if there's any if there's anything that might give us some clue about what the hell was going on here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab presumably some a hand towel or something. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll grab a hand towel and then like use that to try and like grab his hair and like
Okay.
examine the severed head.
All right. 1 second, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, and I'll be like, hey, Complex! I found something.
Won't anyone ever say what they found? They just yell things and mumble into myself as I'm walking over. What'd you find?
He lost his head, man.
Okay.
I'm just gonna quietly clap for you.
Shorty does appear to
Yeah.
have a chipware socket.
Okay.
There are still 3 chips that look like they might be salvageable out of it. The other chips look damaged.
Okay, what are the chips, both damaged and undamaged?
Let's see. The damaged ones are a NetSpeak chip. And then there is also a, let's see. There's a NetSpeak chip and a time slip chip that are damaged.
Time slip
And then-
chip? I assume that like is like a time dilation thing? Like it speeds
Yeah.
up your processing?
It speeds up your it dilates your sense of time and allows you to basically stand still and just zone out and fucking skip time so that you're not bored while you wait somewhere.
Ah, useful for when you're standing on a corner dealing drugs.
Yeah.
The undamaged chips are a Pilot C vehicle level 2 chip. This is up to you guys to write down also. 'Cause I'm
CV
rolling
is
randomly
commercial
here.
vehicle, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's C vehicle is a skill, right? Pilot C vehicle. SEA
Oh, I'm sorry.
vehicle.
SEA, not CV, as in like commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pilot C vehicle. An accounting chip.
What level is that?
Accounting is level 3.
Level 2, is that what you said?
I said level 3.
Oh, level 3. Okay, so NetSpeak, which is damaged, the Timeslip, which
chip.
is also damaged, and then
Yep.
you said there was
Pilot
a
C
Pilot
vehicle.
2, and then the Accounting 3.
Accounting 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there is also a Brawling 2.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You pull the chips out, and they are all caked in blood.
Yuck.
Yeah, I like wipe them off. Try to wipe them off on the towel as best I can.
Just find someone with a sonic cleaner. Don't try and do that. You're gonna. Oh, God, stop! You're just smearing blood all over the place.
On the towel that we're gonna leave here.
No, it's getting all over the chip. It's gonna be smeared everywhere. These things are delicate.
Okay. Do you want to hold on to him then? If you're so worried.
Hold
about
on, let me go see. Can I go back to his kitchen and see if he has Ziploc bags anywhere? He probably has dozens of.
He's
Ziploc
probably got
bags.
dime bags. Yeah.
Sure,
absolutely.
with your 16 perception, you definitely notice some Ziploc bags as you go through the drawers. Actually, they're probably spilled out on the floor.
Yeah, just got lots of clean ones just sitting around. I'm gonna come back and like, here, put them in here.
All right. The NeuroWare processor for this.
Neuroware
And I also
processor
wanna-
is internal.
Oh.
You'd have to crack his head open to
Oh
take
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you want me to go find a wrench and some
No, I'm not trying to like.
buzzsaw?
I'm
bone
just
saw?
thinking to myself like, okay, so if he was the kind of guy that was going to be storing audio, video about all of his altercations, would there be, or not altercations, but all of his business deals? Would he be
So-
the kind of guy that? And I like wait a second, and I start looking around.
So more specifically, I think we should be looking for his agent.
That might be around too. He might be that kind of weird freak that would record shit in his own apartment.
You do that, I'll go
Yeah.
find his agent.
Yeah, let's do it. And I'm just gonna start looking throughout the apartment and like looking to see if there's the like, oh my god, I bet there's the stupid teddy bear or some shit, like the teddy bear nanny cam.
Those nanny cam things. Well, I'm flipping pillows looking for his agent.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
about the books? I've seen the ones that look like books.
Looking around the apartment with your current perception, you do not find anything that looks like a hide-a-cam in books and there's a tragically small amount of books, and they seem to be mostly pornography in the room anyways. But
What a champion.
you don't see anything that resembles a nanny cam. It's unlikely that this guy would have a teddy bear anywhere anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
You see pictures of like probably his homies and shit like that. But largely it looks very bachelor paddish.
Any of him kissing the homies? No? Okay, cool.
All right, I'm gonna. So I'm basically what I'm picking up is that it's like just pure chaos in here.
Yeah.
Like either from the original event or from people like ransacking it after the fact.
Right.
Essentially, is what I'm.
It's a very compromised scene.
All right, and me looking for his agent.
What are you going to use?
I would like to use I know I have a skill for this actually. Conceal or reveal object. Ooh,
Excellent. All right, go ahead and
That's a
make
good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, go ahead and make a conceal reveal skill roll. Both of you can do this. Just remember that if you roll unskilled, you just D10 plus stat, and then your 10s do not explode.
So 6 plus 8 brings it to 14.
14. All right. Looking around the living room, you find that there is a false panel that is essentially meant to look like an air vent, like for ventilation in the room. That is just a kind of hiding in plain sight, like stash box.
Nice.
Hey, look at this. This is typical. pulling it off,
Yeah.
pulling off the panel.
that's man. It's like these guys all use the same playbook.
Hey, it's
So
a good
what-
playbook. You keep using it, right?
Yeah. So what's in it?
I don't know. Let me look. I'm gonna reach on into the thing and see what I can find. Pull out.
Okay, your hand gets cut off. No, I'm kidding.
4 shotguns.
Okay. You reach into the box and you pull out what feels like a plastic baggie of its own. And when you pull it out, it looks like a plastic baggie, or it is indeed a plastic baggie, kind of small, like the size of a sandwich bag. And the bottom half of it seems to be filled with a kind of green leaf.
Here, Des, you're an expert. Take a whiff of that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like kind of a almond shaped, but not sized, like green leaf. And there is what looks like moist towelettes in the bottom of the baggie, serving
Okay,
to like
so-
hydrate the
right.
leaves.
Keep it moist. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Let me try with let me try with Streetwise. Let me see if that allows me to recognize anything about it. I don't imagine that it will, but
While
Yeah, I don't know.
while he's taking a whiff of it, I'm gonna reach in and see what else is in there.
I mean, isn't there like a botany skill?
not that I have.
Oh no, not anymore. It would be science. Is there
It would
science
be under
skills?
education. It's probably under some education thing. It's not science by itself.
I mean, education would certainly work also.
Oh,
but
okay.
it
Yeah,
would
I
be
do
a
have
harder roll.
education. Yeah, but yes, there is a science skill.
Might help.
Yes. But yeah, no, I don't. That's what. 14. That's a 16.
There's a
On
science, and
Streetwise?
it looks like you can
Yeah,
assign.
yeah, you
different
could have
sciences.
botany or something like that. Anyways, what'd you get?
16 on my Streetwise.
It's not enough to know what it is by sight.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
pretty
think
obscure.
so. Yeah. No, yeah, and so I'm like, well, it doesn't smell or look like anything that I recognize.
Maybe we'll burn it later. See if it gives us anything good.
Well,
And-
if it was hidden under a panel, this must be the. I don't know if this is the thing, but definitely.
Well,
yeah.
1 second. The other thing that you pull out looks like half of a badge that has been slightly burned. The plastic protecting the lower half of it. The plastic protecting the lower half of it is like the intact part with the part that would have been laminated inside. You can see a kind of blue border on it, and it looks to be the bottom half of a press pass after you like look it over and whatnot.
Yo, what the? I'm gonna show it to him. It's a press pass. Why would Shorty hide a press pass?
Not for good reason, obviously.
No, fuck. Is there any like sign of like whose name it is or who?
Flipping it over and checking it out a little bit, more in detail, you see on the back the last four letters of a name that just says ROSS, Ross. Might be the last name. Desmond, your phone rings,
Okay.
or your agent
I-
says incoming call.
Yeah, I check out my phone. Does it say who it is?
It's a text from the Padre. It says, Desmond, drop what you're doing. There's been some sort of disturbance. The tenements of the building of the Cactus Suites have called me and let me know that there's some sort of violence at Shorty's apartment. Get there as quick as you can.
Okay, then I'll just call him.
Okay.
I'll call him right back. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm here right now, actually.
What did you find, Desmond?
Nothing much, honestly. I mean, whatever happened here must have been pretty big goon. I mean, entire place is in disarray. Got
How about the severed head in the toilet bowl?
we found a severed head in the toilet bowl. We got Shorty's basically ripped to shreds. The door was essentially beaten to splinters. My best guess is that whoever this was somebody who was pretty well sibed out. And then, to make matters worse, it's a pretty compromised scene at this point. We had a lot of the tenants that came in.
I need you to do me a favor, Amiho.
Yeah.
I need you to get into his personal stash. It's in a little place behind the front door. There's a little panel with
Okay.
some meant to look like an air conditioning vent.
Okay. Yeah, and I go over to the door. Oh, and I go.
That's
Hey,
literally what I'm in
it's
right now, my
literally
arm.
the one, like
Oh,
Complex
that's
is like
it,
sitting
okay.
there.
oh,
the guy-
yeah. Let me.
The guy has about 3K worth of gear in there. I need to get it back. I gotta
I'm
recoup
just pulling
losses.
things out of it.
Okay.
What
Hey,
is this?
Is it like in a duffel bag or is it all like loose?
He said it should be a bunch of hypos. It's gear, eh? Heroin,
Yeah.
plastic baggies.
Right. No. Sorry. I meant like. I wasn't asking Padre. I was just like,
Oh.
in general, as I'm looking, like, is it just like loose bags of stuff?
No,
or is
there's
it like
nothing.
in a big?
The only thing that's actually in the place he just described to you is the bag of leaves and the press pass.
It's not here.
What do you mean it's not here?
It's not here. The
Fucking
gear.
find it, Desmond.
It's not here.
Carajo.
Look,
Give him the
I'll-
lost the head joke.
I'll look. I'll see what I can find. But look, this place was picked clean. We got a serious problem on our hands.
Okay, I'll put some guys on it. Shake down the tenants.
All
I
right.
don't know. I don't think the tenants took it.
I mean, I don't think the tenants took it either. But I'm not gonna fucking tell him what I think is going on yet.
Figure out what you can down there and then report back to me.
All right, sounds good. Hey, there's a bunch of kids going downtown for what, some sort of protest. What's going on with that?
Some pinche reporter got picked up. High
Reporter.
profile.
What's the? Oh, do you not? You know what? I'm gonna. No worries. I'll figure it out. Just need to know in case we run into some static. I'll call you when I got something.
Fine. The phone goes dead.
All right, and I look up on my agent anything about the protest, like in the local news feeds.
Okay. In the local news feeds, you don't see a whole lot. This is common. It's more likely that you're going to find something in the data feed, which is like connected to the local net. Your phone can check those anyways, but it's like not mainstream. You know, it's like people
Gotcha.
run like local boards. There's some trusted sites in the area. You navigate over to one of the local sites for like news. There's like essentially like coalitions. Think about like the Citizen app, where people
Mhm.
report things, and it helps them to organize. Some of them are more deeply encrypted, and some of them are basically meant to be like to get a word out temporarily before the Civil Management Bureau comes in and puts the kibosh on the info if there's a media lockdown.
Gotcha. So I
You do
browse for
find
the section
a-
that says "Hey Boppers."
Yeah. You do find a board that you're familiar with that does have mention of a reporter being abducted, or I should say, arrested by police in the Los Angeles region. But looking through the board, it's kind of a confusing mix of like replies and posts and stuff, and so trying to get anything useful out of it is difficult with the something like 2,000 replies and shit. It's really just a
Who
headline
this
meant
is
to be a
just
burst. Yeah. You can use library search if you have it, if you want to take the time to discern more about the info.
Ooh, I
But
didn't
that's
take
gonna
library
that's
search
gonna
this
take
time.
you time if you did.
Yeah, I mean, I have a glorious library search of 1, but I'm sure it'd be much faster if I just got out on the street and was like literally just grabbed someone I knew. Like, hey,
Yeah,
Hey,
right?
You, bitch,
Yeah.
tell me what you know.
right? You look like you know what's going on, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna turn my agent into a flashlight and like check that little panel, just to really make sure that there's nothing else back there.
Okay, it doesn't look like there is.
Okay, and then turn off the flashlight and turn to complex. Like, is there anything else that we should check for here before we leave?
No, I think we should go before, some other fucking goons show up from the sounds of it.
Right. All right, then let's get out of here.
Yeah, as we're walking out, I'm gonna pull out my agent and give a call to Astrid.
Okay. Pulling out your agent, you can see like the splash screen. I don't know if you actually have an AI on your agent or if it's just a voice that talks to you. Either way.
I was going with a voice that talks to me, but I want it to sound like ScarJo from her.
Well, I can't do that.
Nice.
So,
but I will imagine
just
it.
imagine it. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, custom avatars for your agents like AI are pretty common as well these days. The phone rings twice, and then Astrid says, "Complex, what'd you find?"
Found a baggie, some stuff, but man, you were not kidding when you said smeared across the place. I thought you were exaggerating in one of your weird fucking rants about nonsense, but yeah, nah, he's smeared. He's definitely not coming back from this.
Fuck.
Are you sure? Like, I was apparently Can I talk about Padre with her? That's a question to Dez.
Oh yeah, okay.
I mean, they presumably are all in the same network, right?
Okay, well, Padre apparently thinks that he was supposed to have $3K worth of stuff for him that we can't find in his secret compartment.
Fuck. Says, he said he was going to meet someone about possibly getting some new shit, but I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Hey, do you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna send you a picture. I'm gonna, just take the baggie out again, take a picture of it, and send it to her. Do you know what this is?
Nope. Don't do that.
Okay, he's going nope as you start turning your camera towards the back.
Hey, what? Maybe she knows.
No, then let's go talk to her.
It's gonna take so long. We could just send the picture.
No photos. No nothing. There's no reason why there's anything that's going on needs to be out in the ether for anybody to pick up yet.
All right, look, Astrid, we're gonna come by to see you. All right, just stay tight.
She says, "I'm almost back to my apartment.
I'll meet you there."
Okay, hold on. Wait, what? 1 second. In the background, you can hear. And Astrid goes, "Oh shit!" You hear a couple of shots and the clattering of footsteps. It sounds like someone running away from the agent and footsteps in pursuit.
Oh, son of a... Alright, how far is Astrid from here?
She's a ways away. There's not really any chance you're going to involve yourself in whatever's going on with her. She's on her own.
No, you gotta smash your phone though now.
Smash my phone?
Yeah. And you gotta burn the phone.
How long I've had this phone? I don't want to burn this phone.
Do you know what's gonna happen if that guy finds out who she was on the phone with the second that anything went down?
Incoming call.
Oh, here we go.
You see a picture of Z on your agent?
Hey, it's Z.
Hey, babe. Where are you at now?
By... What's the name of this complex again? This place?
Cactus something. Cactus
Suites. I'm by the Cactus Suites right now. What's up?
She says, hey, you know that girl from our complex, or our apartment building? Lacey? She lives like a level down from us.
Uh-huh, yeah, Lacey, level down, yeah.
Well, she had mentioned something about going to the protest tonight, and I just wanted to let you know if you're going over in that direction just to watch out. Could you maybe go and see if you can round her up before trouble starts? I got word from the I got word from on high over here that Panzer Division and the 17th Street Kajinen are heading towards the protest to start shit with the cops. It's not a place for a 15-year-old to be.
Okay, I'll go get her.
You're not busy with anything else, are you?
No, I'm perfectly fine right now. Everything's good.
All right. I'll talk to you later, baby, huh?
All right, yeah, I'll see if I can get something for dinner.
Do you want me to bring anything home, or are you going to take care of it?
I mean, you know what?
I just
you
start
get
making
something,
a
and I'll
symbol to be like, hurry up.
you get something, and I'll meet you at home soon. All right?
Okay. How does Ty sound?
Ty sounds great.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Love you. Beep.
Okay.
All right, so Lacey. Shit, I forgot what Lacey
Lacey
looks like.
is a local. Well, I mean, she could make something of herself. That depends. It doesn't look like she's on track to get really out of the crab bucket, though. Both of you know her. She lives a floor below you guys and constantly is hanging around you. She seems to, in the way that the younger crowd does, have a pretty strange knowledge about you, Complex, as you are someone who is like a kind of well-known figure in the area.
Because you're a meme.
Yep, I'm a meme. I make TikTok videos now.
Right? Okay, so, but, okay.
Lacey's apparently downtown nearby here somewhere. She's going to the protest, and well, you know who else is going to the protest. So
Okay, so do we go and try and track down Lacey before or after we find out if Astrid just got murdered?
Astrid's all the way across town. At this point, it's
Here's the
we'll
picture
call
of in Discord. The picture of Lacey Burnett.
God damn it, oh my god. Okay. Fucking Lacey. Okay, but yes, that is what I say. Oh, so do we go grab Lacey before or
Yeah,
after
we go grab
find out if
Lacey and
Astrid
we
just
go
got
home.
murdered?
We go grab Lacey, we go home, and we hope Astrid calls back.
All right.
Well, I mean, the smart money's on the fact. The smart money's on the fact that the Japanese guy that is trying to murder Astrid was the same Japanese guy who was here.
Well, he got there pretty damn fast.
Well, if this is apparently
Yeah.
that important, this is like corpo shit.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead and make a deduction roll here.
Okay. I'll make a deduction roll. I have deduction. What's up?
I sure don't.
I have a deduction of 1, so it's
That allows you to roll it skilled.
hey, I got a 9 plus the
Never mind, I don't even figure that out.
7, so
9
that is 16.
9 is the basic. Oh, okay, you got a 9. Oh, so all right, awesome. It's pretty obvious. Like, you don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to put together that if you can't get there in any meaningful time, like, that guy's not going to get there. Chances are this is a different Japanese person.
Yeah.
But don't they all
Yeah,
like know
that.
each other?
She's not going the same direction.
Wow, that was racist.
What'd you say?
Well, they all know
But
each
don't
other.
they all like know each other?
Oh, God.
Jesus, Dez. I don't actually
What?
just translate what every Spanish person is saying around me. God, chill the fuck out.
I mean, that's what people assume about me, and they're right. So I don't get it. Anyway,
Dez,
alright, so
no,
let's-
it's not worth our time to go
let's-
chasing down Astrid right now. Let's go get
Alright.
Lacey and take her home before
let's
she gets
go
her
grab
head shot off.
Go get Lacey. Yep. And hope we don't run into. Did she say Panzer Division and the Kajinen?
She
Yeah.
mentioned the Kajinan, but we obviously saw Panzer Division heading that way, so
No,
obviously
I
Panzer
mean, so
Division.
it can be more than one, because, like, I don't blame them for wanting to start shit with the cops. I mean, you gotta imagine that if they can
You
start
do realize that
shit,
the cops can get lethal force authorized very quickly around here.
User in your channel timed out.
So, are you guys... Oh, no.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I assume
And
this
it
shit just
died.
died.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
it just
Yep.
died. Yep.
No! The
That's
Kajinan is
All right.
not-
I mean, look, we're gonna deal with it when we get down there. right?
Yeah,
Like,
we'll
all right,
do
let's
one
go
thing
down
at a
there
time.
and-
Let's go get Lacey, and then when we get back home, we can figure out about Astrid. What we're gonna do to find out if she's okay.
Okay.
When we step in the elevator, I wanna look at the press badge. Is the R in Ross uppercase or lowercase?
Lowercase.
Lowercase. Okay, so it's like the end of a last name, presumably. All right, good to know. All right, and there's no like insignia on there that tells you like, oh, it's with this press association or anything like that.
Let's see here. Actually, as you scan it with your 15 in perception, as you scan it a little bit closer, you see a hologram that you didn't really notice that before. You see Action News at the bottom of the badge. Sorry.
Okay, that's something at least. All right, so
You can roll local knowledge if you like.
okay, like local expert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of you can if you are telling.
Yeah, sure. Can I roll
What's his
to
name
just
about
the
it?
system?
You
Instead?
can, but it's kind of not worth it. I mean, it only
Okay,
gives
so
them a
I'll
plus
just
one.
roll. So I'll just roll it.
Oh yeah,
The new
Phoenix.
assist rules are
I saw
kinda
that one.
lame.
I love it when
Yeah.
a plan comes
6
together.
Plus, yeah, 16. I've been just averaging 16 all night. It's been great.
Yeah. Desmond doesn't know fuck all.
What's he got? A 1? Oh no,
Well,
3.
No,
You
that
rolled a
was-
1 minus 3.
No, that was on a different roll.
Oh, what's your total?
11. So yeah, I don't know shit. I probably don't know shit.
I got a 16.
Well, it is important to remember also that in this new system, the baseline of success, the lowest level success, if the difficulty is that low, is 9. So if you're above 9, you might get something.
Okay, so yeah, I'm on 11.
Let's see here. Even though I just gave you false hope, you don't know any shit about her. But Dante,
Yeah,
Dante,
what's up?
you you put it together that this is a badge belonging to Gabrielle Cross, a combat journalist, or I should say, like a combat zone journalist for Stream 5 Action News. They are the local like news company around the LA basin. One of them, I should say.
Okay, that's something at least. That's actually
Is there
a lot
anything-
more info than we thought.
Any
we'd
like
have.
recent news about Gabrielle Cross that Complex would be aware of, and not Dante?
No, not. I mean, if there is, it's too recent.
Okay. Dante knows where Gabrielle Cross is.
Right, but Complex and Dez do not.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, so we just take and file that away. I mean, I don't think are we close enough to the protest that we don't have to take the bus or the subway to get there?
Well, the Panzers went on foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
If
pretty
they
sure
were
we're on
going
foot
there.
right now.
Okay, then yeah, we just head out and hop on foot.
Okay, I'm going to switch now over to Hawk and to Spoon.
Do it.
Do it. I'm gonna go get something to eat real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. Also in Discord is a picture of Gabrielle Cross.
Fancy headgear.
Yep. All right, let me look at my notes. Damn, this is where I'd be moving over to Jimbo.
Might get it back on here in a second.
Okay. You guys ready?
Yes.
So
Yep.
you guys have just left. It is you, the two of you, with Haruna and Kyung. And I think that's it, right? Just the four of you?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anybody from their group. Yeah, Jimbo went with the rest of them to go up to the protest.
Miss Turner didn't come, did she?
No, Miss Turner is going up there with them also. They are looking for their friend. I don't know if they mentioned her name to you.
No. I mean,
Either way.
I know, but my character doesn't.
Right. Either way, you guys start making your way down towards 7th Street. For whatever reason, the crows seem to enjoy standing in the wash on the street of the tide. You get to a particularly dilapidated part of the city, and everywhere you can smell water rot as you guys make your way over here. You can see that in spite of it being completely run down here, there's some sort of power source here in the city. And it looks like certain people, like Haruna and Kyung, who come down here to take care of the crows, leave little LED lights or little visual displays, and kind of like moths, they think about these shrines as being, or these light displays being kind of like shrines, and the crows tend to hover around them and just stand there wide-eyed and tranced out. You get down there and you can see a bunch of basically homeless crows. Some of them have better clothes than others, but generally speaking, Kyung and Haruna come down here with some other people, fairly often, and just put the time in, putting no clothes on them, making sure they have something to eat. Their bodies still retain the autonomic reflex of swallowing food, so soups are generally best. And with her and Kyung, they each have basically these large baskets to come down and feed the crows, as it were. Haruna has also brought in clothes that was essentially doled out to her by a few different local religious groups, some Buddhist, some Christian, etc., that have been donated specifically for this purpose. And as you guys go closer and you see this group of people, it's essentially sundown. And Kyung goes and puts her basket down next to Haruna. You see the two of them basically break up, and Kyung looks over to Archangel and says, "Hey, Ark, here, give me a hand with this, would you?" She walks over to one of the crows who's standing there, who looks like she's basically slowly moving her hands back and forth in the air. Not in these type of way you see a religious person do in church or whatever, but almost it's half a dance and half just weird normal movement. The person looks basically vacant in the eyes. She says, "Give me a hand. I want to make sure that these people aren't wounded or anything like that."
Yeah.
You
sure.
start here. I'll go check this one. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. She gives you a woman that looks to be in her 40s, who's seen a lot of the street. Her hair is matted and tangled. She has probably pissed and shissed herself plenty of times, but you're no stranger to the smells of bodily fluids. It doesn't really even disgust you. What's your empathy, out of curiosity?
My current empathy, I believe, is 6 out of 8.
Okay. Yeah. It really does kind of play across your mind, what kind of sad story most of these people have, that they're just completely abandoned by society. But you start going around and checking her down with your med scanner, doing visual inspection, on her arms and legs for any kind of wounds, looking for anything else like that. Crows, unlike like street drug dealers or drug people, I should say, don't have track marks and shit like that because there's no one to administer or share drugs with these people, you know. So any type of medical or pharmaceutical help that they get whatsoever is completely from volunteers like Haruna and Kyung. The CMB doesn't really know what to do with these people in the area, and so a lot of the time they just die or wander into the water and drown. It's a pretty sad state of affairs. You can hear off in the distance what sounds like music, and off farther into the water, across the reflection of the now like rising moonlight, you can see the wake of what looks like a ski, like a jet ski, heading away from the area. Haruno says, Akoi, come here.
I walk over. What's up?
She hands you basically a soup and like a deep soup spoon. She says, help me feed them. Let me show you. She goes and she sits in Seiza, which is with her feet tucked under her butt, like on a little pad that she brought to keep her knees off the concrete, in front of one of the crows who's sitting there, like kind of tranced out. You can see her not looking directly at you, but a little bit past you as you like kind of assume the position next to Haruna.
I want to smell the soup.
Okay. It smells like some sort of like a bone marrow based, like a bone stock based fish soup. Not quite miso, but something else. Generally, this type of soup is meant to like add as much or pack as much nutrient into it as possible, like this bone broth. Okay. Since getting them to chew is like a kind of a dangerous procedure, as Haruna is kind of explaining to you right now. But it still smells pleasant. It smells like something you would definitely taste. But she instructs you on like how to like feed a person, which is essentially common knowledge. I mean, you get the idea. You've probably fed your grandma when she was sick before in a similar fashion. Difference is that grandma is accepting of soup and crow is not necessarily. As you begin to spoon the soup into the crow's mouth, she says, while still looking past you, Angel.
I'm gonna look behind me. Can I perception roll to see if she's actually looking at anything?
Absolutely.
Let's see here. 7, 8, 9, 16.
16. All right, very nice. Looking behind you, it looks like she's probably looking over the roof of the building. You're not really sure. If you had to guess, well, I guess you could ask your agent what direction she's looking cardinally, but you're not really sure. It's kind of a maze down here. Not being super familiar with the docks area or the downtown area, you're not really sure if it's even relevant.
So, am I getting, like, as far as like how crows work, I know it's like your brain basically, like, for lack of better words, fries out.
Yeah.
So is she potentially seeing something that is not there? Kind of like if you're tripping on acid or something?
It's actually one of the anomalies of the medical field right now. People are trying to really isolate it, but because people can't go into this state and come out of it, at least that has been seen, there's really no idea what they're experiencing. If their eyes are even recording anything or if they're fully in their minds is a subject for debate in like European academia at the moment, as well as Japanese and Asian areas. Americans don't tend to really give a fuck at this point. Everyone's got enough problems over here. When she says yes.
Is this essentially a very severe form of that dissociative disorder you were talking about?
It is actually that dissociative disorder. The word or the acronym CROWS, CWRS, is for chronic reality, CRWS, sorry. Chronic reality withdrawal symptom. Much like cyberpsychosis, nobody knows what the exact trigger is, but one thing everyone can agree on with cyberpsychosis is that too many cybernetics is generally the the telling detail of how someone ends up with cyberpsychosis. In reality, people don't realize that people have varying empathies and that there are game mechanics that are involved with it. So,
Nerds.
fucking nerds. Anyways, as the one says, Angel, you see that another like a man looks to be about maybe 20, 22, 23 ish, steps out of the shadows. He also looks extremely disheveled. He walks about 2 steps, empty-handed, like barefoot. He's got, well, 1 sock on, I should say, and he is looking kind of down on at the floor and says, "Angel."
Question. What would a standard tool bag come with as far as like the tech bag that I purchased? Would it come with any like electrical meter readers or anything like that?
Within reason, I would imagine. Are you just talking about for voltage?
Yeah.
Yeah, there could definitely be a voltage meter in there.
Okay. Is there power lines or any such thing like in this local area? Like when I looked around, is there like power lines running to and fro, or is the stuff located within like the substructure of the area?
Are you talking about the lights and whatnot?
Just like general. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm wondering if like there's might be like, I know this is like a far-fetching idea, but they're naturally attracted to this area, right? Like
well,
this
all along
particular-
the shoreline. You guys are going to be moving from like place to place, but they collect at the water line. Haruna says she thinks it's because they like the feeling of the tide.
Okay. I was just wondering if maybe there was like some kind of like weird force field or something, like not force field, but like
Like
power,
a magnetic,
like like a magnetic power field
something
or
or
something
other.
like that. That might, but I mean, if this is just the like flat out standard beach, there's nothing else here, then that would be.
Well, I mean, think about this, actually. You're standing at the end of a street, okay? And the street, imagine if the water levels rose and where there was once a street that went down to, like, the beach, like, all of that's underwater. So you're actually standing on, like, eroded asphalt, you know, that's sunk into the sea. There's buildings all around you down here. So it's not like there's actually beach. It's like a fucking bombed out old neighborhood that is being slowly consumed by the water line.
Okay.
Most of anything worth of value has been like stripped out of the place in the decades before, you know.
It's just old remains of like concrete, some like
Yeah.
generalized rebar and steel and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Oftentimes, as you're starting to see over with Archangel and Kyong are treating like wounded feet. Seems to be very common. Over there, Ark, you see Kyong hands you a substance, and what it is actually a like a skin-friendly rubber substance that will temporarily act as shoes to essentially like glue paint on the bottoms of their feet. Helps protect them from blistering and whatnot.
All right.
You've seen this stuff before. It's just to like help them, you know, so that they don't fuck their feet up even worse.
Like Rubiderm.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, actually. Okay. Is the 2 people that are talking, Angel, are they? They're just looking out into like the direction of the water, not specifically like towards Haruna or like a general like center point, like a focus point, right?
Yeah. One of them, the first one, is looking over your shoulder, and the other one is kind of looking down past Haruna.
Okay.
But simply them talking has given you a little bit of an idea that there's some sort of cognitive activity still going on. But they recognize a little bit of outside stimulus. And that coupled with the fact that like their feet, you know, if that's actually true, that might be something too.
Okay. Haruna,
yeah.
do you think, and this is a weird thought to think, but if one of these individuals had like I don't know, brain dance recorder or something like that, and we were able to record what they're experiencing and then view it for our own, do you think we would be able to see what they're seeing?
She shudders at the thought. Oh God, I don't know if I'd want to attempt that.
What if it would give us an idea of understanding what they're actually experiencing, though? Maybe there's a way to counteract this. I mean, I don't know. They might just be gone, but...
What if it makes you one of them?
Well, I mean, we at least know how you at least start getting there, right? I mean, you don't just, like, wake up one day and suddenly you're, you know, tripped out and not coming back, I think.
I mean, I probably know less than the doctor. Mr. Archangel. Mr. Archangel, what do you think?
That's a solid question, X. Would I have any experience with trying to treat or document this in any way?
Psychology's not really your field of study. You're a medical doctor. I mean, you do have a loose understanding of it because of your ability to treat, like, trauma. But this is one of those things where, like, if you weren't hustling all day to fucking, like, stay off the streets, you'd be you'd probably be intrigued to, like, read some research papers, you know, and check out, being as educated as you are. Seeing some studies that people from around the globe would be probably helpful for you to understand. But right now, you're kind of a layman in the area.
Well, if I don't know, ask somebody who studies this.
All right, just thinking of my response then.
Gotcha.
All right, I'd probably briefly look at Haruna. And then I turned back. Not my field of expertise. Watch this. Over the next 2 minutes, Ark is going to do basic cognitive exercises, trying to get a patient response, essentially. Like, hey, what's your name? You from around here? You know any of these people? Maybe the occasional, like, finger snap.
Okay. You start conducting some sort of, like, cognitive test. Go ahead and make a, it's going to be MedTech plus, I think, your intelligence plus D10. Or isn't the skill just called medicine now?
Oh, good.
Oh, that's how we do it.
I went to college! Ouch!
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Well, that's not as bad as it could have been.
Let's see. That would be 11.
Yep, it's going to be your intelligence plus medtech, I believe. Unless it's technique. I don't remember.
Yep. That total would basically be 12 minus 1 is 11.
Okay. You start to administer a basic cognitive test. On 11, you're able to do, like, finger snapping, checking their eyes for autonomic responses. Curiously, their eyes do not seem to, like a blind person as you check them out, their eyes do not seem to react to light stimulus. Contrarily, actually, their eyes seem to be reacting on their own, focusing and unfocusing on light sources that are not actually hitting the cornea. Checking the hearing test, they don't seem to know anything, or they don't seem to observe you, and asking questions of them yields largely nothing, but one of them says the word vixen, and the other one says angel.
All right.
Now a third one that said the word angel.
After this short little stimulus test, I'll turn back to Haruna. Yeah. I'm not really versed in this, but from what little I know in this kind of field is that essentially these people, for whatever reason, aren't all there. They don't react to stimulus normally.
Kyung says... Kyung offers... Hey! What are the chances you think they know your name, Ark? They're just calling out for you. Haruna says, unlikely. I've actually heard them say that a couple of times before when I've come down here. Anyways, you guys sit there and continue your conversation while feeding the crows and kind of going down along 7th Street and like just finding them. And by the time you've done a fair amount, you guys have put in like maybe an hour ish. You end up kind of back where you started, having like done a little round. All told, you've actually taken care of about 15 crows tonight, which is pretty good. But as you guys come back, you can hear, like, as you're going back towards where you started, or I should say, when you're back where you started, you can hear what sounds like shouting and yelling. And on the horizon, like northbound from you, up the streets, you can see what looks like light pollution coming from somewhere up there. You can hear like voices, like of screaming and yelling, what have you.
Screaming, as in like somebody's getting hurt, or
sounds like protests shouting.
Okay, never mind. Sounds like protests are definitely kicking back up.
I think he just called it quits, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a bummer.
Who knows? The internet might literally not, it just might not have come back up.
Well, I mean, he should still have his phone on him, you know.
He did say even his phone was having trouble finding the hotspot.
Fuck. All right. Well, that's kind of rough. I may have to just skip Sid's side of the encounter tonight since everyone's already here. At any rate, over the like, or I should say, up the hill from you guys, you can hear the sounds of protest and like shouting, as well as see the light pollution from possibly the protests moving down this direction.
Are does it look like Haruna and are pretty much finished? Excuse me.
Yeah, they're done with that portion. Now is basically Kyung is going to go do some work, heading up to help protesters who most likely have been injured by cops. And Haruna generally goes and like she knows how to like put a bandage on, you know, so she'll like hold supplies for Kyung, help where she can.
Well, if we're done here, I guess we better go see the people that aren't whacked out in their minds. If they need any help.
You see Kyung and Haruna speaking in Korean, and you can see Kyung has her nose kind of like crinkled up and is smiling, and Haruna is like she has this look that you've seen before. It looks like when she's playing Big Sister. But I don't think you speak Korean, right?
No.
Yeah, I doubt either of you do. So
that's a big
anyways,
nig, Johnny.
I'm a big lame-o. I only speak Japanese.
Yep.
Ooh, loser.
Do you speak 2 languages, Dante?
Yeah.
English and bad English.
Exactly.
But they're kind of just chatting away in their secret language, talking about who knows what woman things they're talking about.
You're probably talking about how big your dick is.
Joke's on them. It's little. I rolled.
D6 inches.
Got a 3.
Dang.
Not. It's a 1 + 2.
All right. You start heading up towards the protests. Let's see. This is where I would go to Jimbo.
If there was one.
How to do this without Jimbo's scene now. This is why I generally call game off if somebody can't make it.
Yeah, I'm down to. I'm down for the pause right here if we want to.
I feel bad about fucking getting everyone together though.
This is how life works, baby. We got an hour and 45 minutes, so. Let me see if he's. That doesn't look like he's even responding. He might have just said, "Man, forget these. I'm going bed."
Yeah, give me like 5 minutes. Let's take a 5-minute break. Let me think about how I want to tell this without Sid.
Cool. I'll go get another bowl of cereal.
Sounds good. Bear
Cool.
back.
That
Bear
sounds
back.
delicious.
So, I was recently in a YouTube rabbit hole again, and I rediscovered Krayshaw. I forgot she existed back in like 2012.
I don't think I've ever heard of her. Oh, okay. So she's like an artist. Okay.
Yeah, she used to do rap. Or she still does, I think, but she's just not as popular anymore.
Hood rats aren't called artists.
You know what that reminds me of is the fact that so I knew the name Jeffree Star from back in like the MySpace days.
Mhm.
Because he was trying to be like a musician, right?
Mhm.
And he did a song with Hollywood Undead, which
Yup,
was
I remember that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I remember him from. Is that way back in the, and then like years go by, I don't hear anything. I don't, because like I don't travel in like makeup YouTube circles, right? So then just one day it's like, oh, Jeffree Star, and I was like, you mean the guy that did rap metal with Hollywood Undead? Is that who we're talking? And then you're, oh, I mean, that's a very different guy these days. So how long has Krayshawn been on YouTube, I wonder?
Is everybody back here by chance?
Yeah.
Spoon? Spoony boy? Not quite. Well, I think I'm going to call game here actually because I don't want Sid to miss too much because well, he is somewhat important to the plot right now, and I don't feel like telling his portion of the story that connects your guys' stuff without him there.
Yeah, that's fair.
That would be awkward, me just sitting here talking for like 20 minutes or some shit like that. But hopefully, he said, I guess Sid said he was going to try and get a hotspot for Thursday, try and get himself squared away. So hopefully that works. If that's not the case, we'll pick it up when we can.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm calling the game for the Night Spoon because I need fucking Sid here to play Jimbo. I think it's just important to have everybody here, especially like I'm running still like the very intro to the campaign. And so he needs to be able to see some of the stuff that's happening to you guys for context and vice versa. It's all meant to kind of be a shared experience. So I'm gonna call it for the night. What I am going to do is I'm going to give you guys 20 IP for the night. It's not a whole lot, but it's just kind of like a sorry IP. But once the I would say the prologue is finished, you guys will get more IP as well. Or I should say not 20 IP, but 2 IP, since I just dropped the 0, typically speaking. If you want to buy a skill to a 1, feel free to do so. Just, I would like it if you guys would keep track of all IP that you guys get throughout the course of the game. Oh, now is a good time actually to address some other stuff if everyone's ready. I do have a IP mechanic that I've used in the past, and I wanted to see what you guys think. I might have thrown it past you guys before. Basic concept is anytime you roll a 10 on a skill, you gain 1 IP to spend only in that skill. That's something that you'll have to take, or you'll have to keep track of. The purpose of this shows that with critical success, your character is learning their skill as it's being used. And it can be used to actually cheapen the amount to raise your skill to the next level. What this does is it makes it so that casually skills will become very cheap if you wait long enough, and it'll become very cheap. You can always pay a minimum. To pick up a skill is always going to cost a minimum of 1 point, or 2 for a complex skill, or I should say times 2 skill. But eventually it'll be so cheap, it'll be a no-brainer to pick them up. But what this does is it allows you to basically bank more experience for harder to get skills like, for instance, martial arts. Or, for instance, your roll abilities. Roll abilities are purchased at 6 times the next level's cost, which is a lot of IP. Right? So, if you guys want to use that system, we can go ahead and do that. But it's up to you guys. If not, we can just go with standard IP rules.
Sounds good.
Yeah, works for me.
So we got 20 IP, or we got 2 IP?
You got 2 IP.
Okay.
20 is what they would use in the real system, but there's no reason to even add the 10s place. It's just gamey. I've always generally run it as you get 3 IP for the session or whatever. But tonight it's 2. This is the sorry I had to stop the session 2 IP. But at the end of the prologue, you guys will get probably like 3 or 4 IP. Obviously, if you read the system, taking a skill from level 3 to 4 costs 4 experience points, or improvement points, rather. So that's how that works.
You want
No
me to throw
reason
it
for
in
it to be
Discord
40.
that Sid gets 2 IP too?
Sure.
Okay, so it's basically you have to buy the number of IP to acquire that said level. So like level 4 to level 5 is 5 IP, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
You buy the number you're going to. Got it.
Yes, exactly. Now
If
that's
it's
different
times
with
2.
if it's a times 2 skill like
Right.
with martial arts. Yeah, it's going to be 8 IP
Right,
for you to go to 4.
Right, 4 times. Yeah. Okay.
Then it's times 2 amount of IP. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's just double. But your roll ability gets more expensive. I've heard a lot of people on our Cyberpunk Red complaining that like players weren't feeling like they were able to do anything but like hold their experience for like their roll abilities because they want to try and get those up for, that feels basically like level to a lot of like D&D players and shit. If you're comfortable where your roll ability is, you can focus more on your skills. But what this does is, like I said, every time you roll a 10, you're basically getting an experience point to use on that skill. This is going to make it so that skills, like I said, will be easier to pick up the better you do with them. And because it's RNG, you might have a session where you get a couple of points, and maybe you don't get any, but it allows you to just basically get some free points here and there. And then, of course, there will always be like a few points here and there for like good role playing, as well as figuring out cool ways to beat the challenges I throw at you, rad scenes and shit like that. And any insights, like making a conclusion that is correct about like something going on in the plot. You can sometimes get points for good note keeping and shit like that. But
so
that's pretty much it.
You'll be randomly like during the game, you'll be like, go ahead and give yourself an IP like in the middle of a game, or you okay?
Yes, in the middle of the game. That would be like if your character like deduces something that's going on in the background. You like put the clues together that I've given you, and you come to a conclusion. And I'm like, oh shit, he got it. And I'm gonna be like, all right, here, take some experience points.
Kind of like when something really neat happened in Diesel Punk, you'd be like, honestly, grab a Benny for that. That was really solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since there's no bennies in this, I'm probably gonna throw you some IP for that would be general IP that you could spend on anything. In certain cases, now that I think about it, I might replenish your luck for certain things, or something like that.
Neat.
I think that might be an interesting mechanic also. I'll think that over in its ramifications, and we'll get together on Thursday if Sid sorts his shit out. But after Thursday, he'll be back home, and we'll have to worry about this. And as it turns out, it sounds like Hawk isn't actually going to be gone the days that we play, like we thought. So we should be uninterrupted going forward, starting Thursday. If not Thursday, then Monday. Everybody good?
Yep. Hold on. Let me think. Hold on.
Okay.
Nope,
Monday,
no thinking. We're done.
What day did I say? Tuesday? We don't play Tuesday. We play Monday, don't we?
Right,
Man,
we play Monday.
Yes, literally Monday.
Together, dude. Okay, so what I did say was, in fact, incorrect. I will miss Monday.
Okay.
God, dude,
Okay,
everything is just a blur in my
So then
life.
next week, basically,
It's okay, man.
is a wash
just
because
play
I'm
for
gonna
the-
be gone that Thursday. So Thursday
Right.
the 20th.
Next week we're done. We're not going to be
Yeah.
able to.
Just play from the pair. It'd be fine.
No, I don't even know if I'll be at the house or not. At a Monday evening,
You're gonna be
Probably
there.
not.
Don't worry.
All right.
No.
Well, eventually, all of this shit is going to iron out, and we'll actually play this game.
Yeah.
We're
It's,
getting there.
it's summer.
We're getting there.
It's always a rocky start.
Well, it's also another thing. Like one of the reasons that I asked if we should add another person is because anytime you add another person, you add more complications to game.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's got their own life. That's cool. I like Sid, and I'm glad that he's a part of the group. But shit like this is going to happen, and I extend that same courtesy to all of you. I want you guys to experience the story in full and not miss anything. So.
Well, and at least we have a warning, right? It's not like day of, like oh, that's what's gonna happen. We're just cool. Yeah. So
I mean,
this is
honestly, it helps me plenty of times too when when we have the extra time just to do
I mean, it's not like
menial
we're
work.
working under any major deadlines or anything.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
So you said you want us to keep track of all improvement points spent, or just how much we've ever earned?
How much you've ever earned. All right. So this is
Okay,
what's going to
so that's
happen. If you
second
die,
phase. Got it.
if your character dies, then you're going to come back and you might get all of your experience to spend on a new character. I'll figure out how that works. Or you might get half your experience
Okay.
spent on a new character so that you're not just a fucking freshling coming back into the story.
Okay. Because on the second page of our sheets, there is an improvements points, and it's blank out of blank. So I'm just gonna
and
keep.
see.
I'm just
That
gonna
might
keep
be
track of
something in
mine,
one note for you to keep track of, so that you know that you've gotten this much IP. Let's say you roll a 10 on martial arts and you get an IP for that.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna keep track of it right there. So right now, I have 2 improvement points out of a total earned of 2, and then if I get 10, and then I want to keep 2 left over for something else, I'll just keep it there. But I'll always know my second number is going to be my most ever earned.
Right. What I'm talking about is for when you roll a 10. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because those experience aren't experience to use on anything. They're used for just that skill. So let's say you rolled a 10 on concentration here. You would say that you have 1 point banked for concentration. you know. And
I
then
was
to
thinking about
raise,
putting that right here. Just put that one right there.
you
Like
can
in
put
the
it wherever
stat
you
and
want,
base?
just like